What's the best way to cook your steak? I tried 3 ways, and actually, the result might surprise you. Check this out. Stay tuned. First, I'm going to get my chunker of a cutting board because I don't want to cut my kitchen counter. Get myself a nice meat slicer, and there is our picanha. I'm going to slice that into 3. We are going to need 3 because this experiment involves 3 different cooking methods. So there we have our 3 steaks, and there's just a little bit more extra. Beautiful picanha steaks. We're going to just salt them up. That's all we need. Salt. Picanha and salt, they're best friends. I'm going to bag one up, and as soon as I get that in the Ziploc, I'm going to get that into the sous vide bath. I'm going to cook for a little bit. Next, I will place my predictive thermometer into the next steak, and I'm going to place that in a preheated oven to cook until it reaches its proper doneness. Then I'll take the last steak and I will stash that in the fridge while the others cook. Here they are afterwards. One looks crazy, one looks normal, one looks like it's seen some things, but they will be delicious. So I'm going to place another thermometer into our normal steak and get the software all set up. Get a heat or a pan heated up. Get some oil in the pan. Once that's nice and heated, we're going to go ahead and start searing up our steaks. There's the normal, there is our reverse sear, and there is the sous vide. So after about a minute, I'm going to go ahead and turn those over. Trying to build up that sear. The reverse sear is looking nice. Sous vide it's going to get there. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over again after another minute. The reverse sear is actually looking really nice, so I'm going to take that out, and wow, that is looking beautiful. I'm going to turn over our sous vide to sear it a little more. Another minute has gone by, so another flippy flip. There's our sous vide. That's looking about done, so we're going to place that on our rack as well. Lovely piece of meat. 6 minutes till our picanha finishes with the normal cooking method. There we just have the other pieces of sous vide. They're gone because of camera magic. And now look at that. There is our normal steak cooked to temperature. Gonna let that cool for a little bit. And then it is time to slice and dice. There we have our sous vide. There's the reverse sear. And here is our just normal pan-cooked steak. And let's take a look at the insides. Looking real nice. That was a sous vide. Here is the reverse sear. And here is our normal steak. Things of beauty, aren't they? Time to eat. Because I'm hungry. All right. So we got our steaks here. We got sous vide. We got reverse sear, and we have our more traditional cook. So let's give all 3 a shot. I'm going to start with, you know what? I'm going to start with the traditional, because who doesn't love tradition? Yeah, it seems to be a little bit more medium than I expected, but still might be good. All right, let's see how this one tastes. I mean, I have no complaints about that one. That's just good picanha. The thing that's great about this cut is that it is tender no matter what. That rhymed. Now, let's try the, don't point knives at people like this. Now we're going to try the reverse sear. That one is a little closer to medium rare, bordering on rare, but hey, I am not complaining. Okay, now let's give the reverse sear a shot. You know, it's interesting. The reverse sear, there's less of the sort of irony, and I don't mean like irony, like ironic, but there's less of that sort of taste of iron that you typically get in beef, that you taste sort of regardless, but I tasted it more in the traditional than the reverse sear. Okay, now the last piece of this test, and also the last piece of meat. Now, if you know me, you know I love sous vide, so my hopes are high. You know, there are people who say that sous vide waters down the taste of steak. I disagree. I feel like somehow it enhances the taste of steak. I actually like this better than the reverse sear. The reverse sear is delicious, but something about the sous vide, I don't know. It's like the flavor is enhanced. There's a little bit more of that umami, I guess. And lastly, the traditional is good. It's just not as good as reverse sear. And in my opinion, the reverse sear is not as good as the sous vide. But no matter how you slice it, steak is delicious. And whichever way you prefer, do it that way. That's the beautiful thing about cooking. You choose the way that works for you, and you end up with a bunch of meat. Sounds like a win-win to me. Now, I need to go and eat this. But until next time, YFB out.